Hey there, if you're listening to this story, maybe you're searching for a little motivation, or perhaps something to help you believe in yourself again. So listen closely, because what you're looking for might just be hidden in the story below. At a crowded train station in the heart of the city, there lived an old beggar who sat quietly by the platform. Day after day, he survived on the coins passengers tossed his way as trains came and went. No one knew his name. They simply called him the old man at the station. One day, while begging, he saw a tall, well-dressed man stepping off a train. Thinking this man looked wealthy, the beggar hurried toward him and said, "Please, sir, spare some change." The man paused, looked him in the eye, and replied, "You're always asking from others. But have you ever given anything to anyone?" The beggar stammered, "I'm just a poor man. I have nothing to give. That's why I ask." The man shook his head, smiled slightly, and said, "If you have nothing to give, then you have no right to ask. I'm a businessman. I believe in give and take. If you want something, offer something in return." With that, he boarded the train and disappeared into the crowd, leaving the beggar stunned. That night, the old man couldn't sleep. The stranger's words echoed in his mind like a bell ringing in the dark. Maybe the reason I never receive much is because I never give anything. The next morning, as he sat in his usual spot, his eyes landed on something unexpected, a patch of wildflowers blooming beside the tracks. And then, like a spark, an idea bloomed in his heart. Why don't I give people flowers in return for their kindness? Quote, that day, for every coin someone placed in his hand, he gently handed them a small flower. A simple gesture. People began to take notice. They didn't just give money, they received something that made them smile. And the more they smiled, the more they gave. And the more they gave, the more his heart began to feel full. One day, as he made his rounds through the train, he saw the same tall man once again. This time, the beggar approached with confidence. "Today, I have something to give. If you give me something, I'll offer you this flower in return." The man laughed, gave him money, and accepted the flower. "Wonderful," he said, "you've become a businessman now." Those words struck the old man once more. "I'm not a beggar anymore. I create value. I'm a merchant." 6 months later, at that same station, two well-dressed men crossed paths. One extended his hand with a smile. "Do you remember me?" he asked. The other man shook his head. "I don't think we've met." The first man smiled and said, "We've met twice, actually. The first time, I was a beggar you refused. The second, you bought flowers from me. And today, I'm a successful flower merchant, traveling to expand my business." The lesson. This story isn't about flowers or coins. It's about mindset. That man didn't change because of luck. He changed because he chose to see himself differently. We're only beggars when we believe we have nothing to offer. But the moment we begin to give, even a smile, a kind word, or a small flower, we stop being poor. So if today you feel like you have nothing, remember this: you always have something to give. And the moment you start giving, you begin living a life of meaning and value. Choose to be someone who gives, not just someone who waits to receive. Because that's the very first step to changing not only your world, but the world around you.